What's going on, guys? I want to talk about the pound over the past month. So looking at this from August 31st, September 1st, right here, this is GBP USD cable, and this was if we want to go from this zone right here, a 450 pip drop. Now that's pound dollar. Let's take a look at pound CAD here. These cross pairs are even more just absurdly ridiculous. So I think there's a lot of fundamental factors going on with the pound here, but you can see pound CAD, pound New Zealand. So, myself personally, the way I like to trade and look for these setups is by identifying the trend, which clearly we are in an impulsive downtrend. I'm on the 4-hour time frame right now. And then wait for a pullback to capitalize to. So, here's a nice supply zone right here for pound New Zealand, for example. And I think there's going to be a lot of opportunities. And it's interesting here, I'm really watching pound yen, right? Because if you go down the line, pound Aussie, pound CAD, pound dollar, but for whatever reason, GJ is still holding strong. Well, I wouldn't say holding strong. We're below the 200 SMA here, but I think we have a really nice possibility for a pullback. So, trading for me is a big game of looking for clues, right? We want to look for clues where these zones are, where the supply levels are at, and what, from a correlation standpoint, other pairs are doing, right? So if we look at, like I said, pound odd, pound New Zealand, pound CAD. So there's going to be some good, very good, I would say, opportunities. Now, we are almost 500 pips away from these zones up here, but, price will pull back here. We've broken down some significant levels, and there's going to be some really, really good opportunities, especially if we're looking at this on a 4-hour time frame, daily time frame, and creating our bias by looking at these long-term setups and then trading around that bias. So here, like I said, clearly we can identify the trend, but what's interesting is GJ isn't quite there yet, right? So GJ hasn't quite followed suit, but if all these other ones are, then I'm going to be willing to bet, and I'll be looking for some entries here later this week specifically, and by the time you watch this video, it may have happened, but a pullback on pound yen, if we do finally get a breakdown here, and everybody loves a short on GJ, that's for sure. So I think it's going to be a really good opportunity. So a lot's going on with the pound. I think it's going to be one to watch because it's just clearly showed its hand here. So waiting for that initial pullback, some sort of bounce, here in the 4-hour on pound dollar, I think it's going to be a really good one to watch to really gauge when this starts to happen. And once that does, capitalizing on that move.